Good day, crafty chums, and it's time for another journal page. It's Nikki here, aka Carson de Cat's Life, and what I'm doing is I'm just looking for a couple of stencils. So I'm just going to get some colour down on this page because I'm going to try sort of like a flat version of a technique that I've always wanted to try, and to be quite frank with you, it's not that I can't, it's just I've never really been brave enough to give it a go. So all I'm doing is just spraying on some this is my food colouring spray, and I am actually going to use one of my other sprays. This is the Dilutions one. As I say, it's going to do a technique I've really wanted to try for ages and ages now. So what I'm doing is just really getting colour on a page, and that's why I'm using these inks. No rhyme or reason to it, just because I want to take away the white. It's always good to start on a page with a bit of colour on there, actually. That's what I think. So just let that dry, and then we'll continue on in a minute. Okay, so I'm not sure how well this will work because I don't have quite an even surface there, but we'll see. Oh. And my mounted stamp is not clinging. Anyway, so I've got this large stamp which I thought would be rather nice to use, and I'm just looking for my glue pad. There it is. Is it? No, that's my StazOn. Where are you? Little glue pad, where are you? Hiding from me. There we are. So I'm just going to use my Versamark here, and obviously nothing is going to go right for me today. It's just going to be one of those days, and I need to get myself another pad because this is you know, you use it a lot in card making. So and I've been using it for my mixed media stuff. So there we go. Jolly old bean. See if I can get a good impression on these. As I say, I don't have much room here either, but I'm going to give it a go. And we are going to see. It will be what it'll be. This is my mixed media book, and it's always good to just give it a go. Don't think that's a very good, doesn't look like it's had a very good take there. We'll try again on a different part. As I say, I've wanted to try this technique for a while now, and sometimes you just, you know, I don't feel I'm quite ready for it, but sometimes you just got to do it, haven't you? Just got to do it. Of course, the lack of space isn't helping me either, and now I'm just making excuses, you understand. Excuses for why this isn't going to work. If you're suddenly hearing me better, it's because I'm actually stood up right by the camera trying to get a really good impression this time. Yeah. Oh well, it's going to be what it's going to be, and I've got a little flourish, it's a big flourish one as well, big flourish. It's a big flourish. So we'll give that a go too, because it'll just be nice on the page as well. Oh look, the ring binder now is going to be in my way. Oh, I told you it was going to be like not a chance that this was going to work properly for me. Never mind. Anyway, oh well. I can see it's not going to be very good impression on here, but never mind. We'll just work with it. We'll work with it. We'll just do what we've got to do. And it will be what it will be. So I'll put that on that side as well. Okay, now the interesting bit will be when I pour my embossing powder all over this. So hopefully it will go onto this piece of paper here. See, I don't have enough room really here to do this one in my big book. I should have done it in my small one really, shouldn't I? Never mind, but I'm getting quite excited, you see, because I'm getting towards the end of this journal book, and I'm excited to finish it, you know. How often do we finish our art journals or anything completely all the way through? So it's exciting me that I'm almost I'm almost there. I'm almost finished. I'm so excited. I just want to use up all the pages now so that I can give you a flick through of my finished journal book. Big kid. I'm a big kid. So, let's see if I can manage to put this on this sheet without losing it all. Has anyone ever used a whole tub of embossing powder all over the floor? I don't know. So I'm just going to tidy up this mess and then get on to the fun bit, which will be the embossing. So you can see where some of this has gone now, and as I said before, it wasn't a very good imprint of it or anything. So but we're gonna go and see what we can come up with. Whether we come up with anything or not. This could all go horribly wrong now, but we'll see. I think that what I didn't take into consideration here was how difficult it would be to cover over on the inky background that's already here. But we will see what we will see, won't we? Maybe I wasn't quite ready for the technique after all, eh? It's not quite popping like I hoped it would, but that's to do with what I had on the paper beforehand. It's interesting nonetheless, I think. Yeah, it's not quite coming out how it's I imagined it would be, but I don't know. It's, as I'm looking in the camera, it is interesting what's happening there. So yeah. Not bad. I think the next go would get better. I get better with the next go. honest. I've seen this technique done on coloured paper, coloured design, coloured cardstock, and to be honest with you, it works really well on coloured cardstock. I imagined that when I started off this technique, when I started off this page, I actually had a different technique in mind. So that's what happens when you have one technique in mind and then you change it for something else. Then, you know, it's like, oh well, you know, maybe I should have just kept going with what I thought I was going to do first. That might have been better. But anyway, it's an interesting technique and it's coming up. I'm just going to try a different colour because of the colours I've already got on the background. The black's not quite working very well, so I'm just moving on to a purpley colour, and we'll just see whether that'll bring anything up here. And it kind of is, because that's the colour that was there previously, so that's standing out quite well there, isn't it? Yeah, the changing colour has helped, I think. If I had a nice sort of turquoise to go then, maybe I could get that to pop too, but that's certainly popped out there, isn't it? Where I've just done those two bits there. The embossing wasn't very good up here, but that's to do with wrinkled pages and not being able to get the a good stamping down first. I also think my ink pad's a little bit dry too. But anyway, this is what our art journals are for, is to play and try different techniques. Well, I think they are anyway. That's what I like to do. Gosh, it's coming up quite... Oh, look at that. The way the light catches that there, it's coming up quite nicely, isn't it? I'm liking that. It didn't come out the way I was expecting it to, but it has come out, so I'm not too displeased with that. Let's see if I can get something up here, you know, get this colour to pop more up here. Might not work because it's a turquoise colour. I don't think I've got a turquoise, you see, but this might do it. So if I'm grunting because I'm having to put a lot of pressure on here now. Oops. Okay. What I'm doing now is just lifting some of the colour off the embossed parts. I'll also lift off some of the colour underneath. I don't know, it's quite a pretty page, I suppose, for all that, isn't it? That hasn't turned out the way I was expecting it to, but it's still turned out quite nicely, I think. And yeah, just gonna see if I can dry this off now. Okay, so I'm not quite finished with it. My page yet. I'll just gotta put a few just little words along here, and this will disappear into it because it's just a white paint marker. Here it is. it'll disappear too much. So I'm going to have to write on some paper to put this, to get this to show up. So I will just do that. That's my little words of wisdom for myself. I'll call this my if page. If. If you never try, you'll never know. It's going to be my oh well, oh well, oh well. That doesn't disappoint me too much. Disappoints me a little bit, but not a lot. No, come on. Got a zillion pens now. It's hiding from me. So I'll do a border around the page just to see if I can make it look pretty or something. Can you hear the lines creaking? Oh well. There you go. That's my if page. If you never try, you'll never know. This technique, when it works really well. But as I say, I've only ever seen it done with a coloured cardstock, and I thought I was going to be able to make it work on the background there, but obviously not. Never mind. Maybe next time. See you again soon. And remember, it's a cat's life. Bye.